No one likes the before Prince Cinderella. It's depressing. Always having to clean after her stepbrothers, obeying their and her stepmother's orders, and taking beatings when it never deemed necessary. At least her stepniece gave her kindness. This Cinderella didn't know if she could take it anymore. She had to get out of there. What if something happened, though? What if she woke up, finding it all a reality instead of a dream? You are watching Ashlyn's Dream Come True. This is part 3. Welcome everyone, I am the Esperanza243. Oh my gosh. I keep doing that with my videos. I started with my intro and then oh my gosh. It's crazy. I'm gonna work on that. Anywho, this is, again, Ashlyn's Dream Come True Part 3. I'm actually really excited just because I'm moving on with the book. I am. Yeah. So, I'm actually really excited for this. Again, I'll probably keep saying it just because, I'm really at a loss as to why I haven't done it, why I didn't do it. But this book is pretty disorganized. I haven't really put, any character development into the stepmother. I didn't really put much character development in her niece, or even Ashlyn's stepniece. Ashley's stepniece. Sorry. Because Ashlyn is the reality. Ashlyn is the reality. Ashley is the dream. I gotta stop confusing them. I mean, there's a reason why I made their names similar. It's because there's gotta be a distinction of, I have to have their names similar. Otherwise, the contrast of the names is just gonna be pointless. So, I'm actually really liking this book. I love this book. I'm really glad that I'm really glad that both my dad and one of my sisters helped me out with this book. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about the book, because, I've already been talking a bit of just random stuff. So let's go ahead. What happened in the previous video, which was 2 weeks ago, because that's another thing I'm going to keep repeating. This week is Ashlyn's Dream Come True. Next week is The Rap Prophecy. I'm going to be alternating books. I'm not going to be doing lyric videos, karaoke, or anything like that, at least for a while. I don't know how long it's going to stay like that. I'm not positive, because I already missed doing karaoke. I already missed doing lyric videos. Whatever. I'll probably try to do it every now and then, actually. During this month, maybe, I don't know. Not as for a Friday video, but just random in the week. Anyways. Okay, so what happened in the previous video for Ashlyn's Dream Come True is Cornelius and Cordelia headed out to a dinner for the mayor's annual dinner. For some reason, I made it an annual thing. And so, Cordelia tells Ashley that whenever Sterling marries and leaves the house, Ashley is welcome to move to her place, so that the stepmom doesn't have to do the harsh things to her anymore. Then she finally gets to meet the Lord of the story. Not the prince, but the Lord. I think that's... No, his dad is the Lord. He is the Sir, the Knight. I actually looked up the history for that. I have it wrong, but I'm not going to correct it, just because it sounds better than Prince. Anyways, she met Sir Edric. We followed him to his house, and his parents want him to marry. And they went ahead and said, let's do a ball. Maybe love will follow. And so finally he agrees. And now we're back to Ashley and her step family. They finally get the invitation to the ball the following week, since Cordelia forgot to let the post office know that she moved. I don't know why she didn't, but she didn't. And I think we stopped when Ashley was called to one of her stepbrother's rooms and found out that the two were arguing about this ratty old journal, and she ends up tossing it in a fireplace so that Cornelius wouldn't get it. And that's where he gets pissed. And that actually is where we stopped. So let's go ahead and start reading. She ran quickly to the kitchen connected to the dining room and tossed it into the lit fireplace. Cornelius had arrived in time to see his old journal being burned in the fire. He was furious. "How dare you!" he bellowed loudly. He glanced around and saw a book. It was Black Beauty, the autobiography of a horse by Anna Sewell. Her father had given it to her before he died. Cornelius lunged for the book, dangling it in the fireplace. "No! Please, no!" He leaned toward the fireplace. The fire sparked, sending cinders out. A few of the cinders touched the book. "What is this noise?" Agatha called, coming into the kitchen. "She burned my journal, Mother." "Did you?" She gave her a cold look. "Did you?" "Yes, ma'am." Agatha widened her eyes in anger. "I was doing what Sterling told me to do. He'd said to toss it out before his brother tried to get it back." She pursed her lips when her stepmother grew even more furious. "How dare you talk back to me!" Agatha smacked her on the cheek. She pulled out a piece of paper. "That is it! You are not to leave this house until every chore is done. Here is a list of it all." Agatha let it drop to the floor. "Come, Cornelius, we are going to the market." Cornelius dropped the book. Ashley gasped as it landed in the flames. "No!" She hurried to the fireplace and leaned on its bricks. Tears rolled down her red cheeks. Before the pages turned black and joined the flames, the red-orange flames licked at the book. Ashley swallowed and wiped her tears away. She slowly picked up the list and sat in her little chair. In a matter of minutes, her stepmother and stepbrothers were out the door. She quietly read the list. It was really long. There were a lot of chores to do. How could she finish it all and still have time to go to the ball? The young woman sighed nervously before standing. Ashley decided to do one of the chores that required going outside, taking out the trash. As she poured the contents of a wastebasket in a wooden dumpster, she heard a noise. She glanced around and saw an orange calico cat. "Dexter, what are you doing here?" she whispered. Her cat came up to her and rubbed himself against her legs. She bent down to pet him. Ashley then noticed something wrapped around his collar. She took off what seemed to be a piece of paper. Ashley unfolded it and gasped. Someone had left a message. "Ashley, when I saw this cat, I had a feeling it was ours. Please let me know you are well. I am worried if grandmother is treating you harshly. Signed, Cordelia." Ashley quickly picked up her cat and brought him inside. She placed him on a table. "Stay there, Dexter." The cat sat down and watched her grab paper and a fountain pen. She then wrote a note telling of her situation and of the invitation. Dexter licked his paw as she wrote it all. Ashley folded the paper and wrapped it around her cat's collar. She picked him up to take him outside. "Take this to Cordelia," she whispered. "You know where to find her." Ashley put him down and let go. He ran off. Within an hour, Ashley had finished several chores, and her step family returned. That was not all who returned. Not long after they were upstairs did Ashley hear a knock at the front door. She went to answer it. The caller was Cordelia. "Oh, Ashley, has Agatha returned? What has she done to you?" "She has not done a thing, which scares me. I fear she is coming up with a plan to keep me inside the house." "She will not let you go to the ball?" Cordelia whispered hotly. "Ashley, whoever is at the door, send them away. We will not accept any callers unless it's the carriage picking us up." "Yes, ma'am." "The ball is tonight?" her niece whispered. "I did not know. I only got a glimpse of the invitation." She looked in the direction of her stepmother. "You better go. Agatha will get upset if she finds you are here." Cordelia agreed with her and turned to leave. "Remember what I said. You are welcome to live with me whenever you leave this place." Ashley smiled. "Thank you, Cordelia. I really appreciate that. Will you go to the ball?" "After finding out our grandmother and father will be there?" She paused to think. "I should not, but I will. I want to see if father finds someone to wed." A small smirk spread on her lips. Several hours later, Agatha and her sons were ready. Ashley still kept to her chores. "Ashley, where are my flowers?" Ashley rolled her eyes and hurried to grab a bouquet of flowers, and 2 individual flowers. She handed the bouquet to Agatha, and then pinned a flower on each stepbrother. "Let's find out if you young men are prepared. Cornelius, what would you say to a lady to entice her to your arm?" "But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and you are the sun." His mother smiled awkwardly, remembering how Romeo and Juliet ended. "What about you, Sterling? What would you say?" "Out of all the women here, I find you more pleasant." Agatha widened her eyes in surprise and shock, as Ashley kept herself quiet, though she was trying hard not to smile. Her stepmother saw her hiding the smile. "Ashley?" Ashley looked at her with wide eyes. "If you were to meet Sir Edric, what opening remark would you make?" she asked curiously. Thinking of the man she met the day before, Ashley smiled with shyness. "Please, sir, take me with you." Her stepbrothers and stepmother laughed. Her cheeks flushed in embarrassment. There was a sudden knock at the door. Ashley answered it. The caller seemed to be a thin man wearing a navy blue suit. He looked at her. "The carriage awaits." She smiled in thanks and turned toward her stepfamily. "The carriage is waiting." Ashley sighed dreamily. "Oh, how I wish I could go with you." Her stepfamily laughed once more. "How absurd," Sterling commented. He kept himself brief, trying not to hurt her feelings too much. His family continued laughing. "Imagine you at the ball!" "With your smudged face and tattered dress," Cornelius said. The laughing died down, but Ashley's face was still red from embarrassment. "Now, boys, be proper. We must be off." She looked at Ashley. "I want you to have those chores done by the time we get back. 30 minutes past midnight should be good. I mean it." The stepmother sighed, pleasantly happy that was said. She walked toward the front door with her bouquet. "Ashley, do you have our sense?" Ashley sadly picked up a little bottle with a squeeze bottle attached to it. As her stepmother passed her, she sprayed her with perfume. She picked up the other bottle and did the same to her stepbrothers. After opening the door for them, she watched the carriage drive off toward Sir Edric's house. She then went off to the kitchen and sat in her chair. Despite the laughter that made her turn red, she was happy. In my own little corner, in my own little chair, I could be whatever I want to be. Absent-mindedly, musical words escaped her lips. On the wings of my fancy, I can fly anywhere, and the world will open its arms to me. I'm at Sir Edric's house of all places. I am chatting with the sire, lord, and missus, and the color of my two step-brothers' faces are a queer sort of sour apple cream. That does not sound right. She made a funny face. Ashley looked away from the fireplace. Geez, even that rhymed. I'm coy and flirtatious when alone with the sire. She glanced around with dreamy eyes. Ashley stood from her chair and danced gracefully around the kitchen. Her eyes distractedly looked out a window. Thinking of her stepfamily, she stopped dancing and glanced around once more. I'm the belle of the ball in my own little corner, she sang as she went to her chair. All alone in my own. Ashley sat down. She slouched and hugged herself. I wish I could go to the ball, she thought. It stayed quiet for a few moments. Before long, tears fell down her cheeks. It wasn't a whole minute she was crying when a knock could be heard at her front door. Her crying softened as she realized someone was at the door. She stood to answer it. Surprisingly, it was an elderly woman. The woman appeared really pretty with her slim dress and blue hooded cape, but she looked so weak. With her was a wicker basket that had been covered by a small sheet of lavender fabric. May I help you? Ashley asked as she sniffed. Hello there, miss. Ashley gasped. Her voice sounded very soft. I would like some help. I'm so far from home, and I am worried I will collapse on my way there. Could you call a carriage for me, please? Oh, of course. Please, come in. The elderly woman slowly walked into her house. Ashley helped her to a chair. Thank you, miss, for your kind gestures. It is my pleasure, ma'am. Ashley rushed off to a phone and called for a carriage. When she returned, she had a smile on her face. Your ride will be here soon. The elderly woman glanced at her curiously. You remind me of my granddaughter, she commented with a smile. You have a granddaughter? You look hardly over 50. The elderly woman smiled. I shall take that as a compliment. I ought to tell you, my granddaughter was supposed to go to the ball tonight. She ended up going on a date with a suitor. She sighed. What a fine suitor he is. I am certain you are happy for her, ma'am. Oh, I am. She sighed once more. I am disappointed that the dress I made for her has gone to waste. It is such a fine dress. I do not know what to do with it. You must have put a lot of work into the dress. I did. I was actually walking from my daughter's house to my home. Oh, then you have the dress with you? She asked curiously. I do. Would you like to see it? I would indeed, Ashley said in excitement. Let me retrieve it then. The elderly woman stood, uncovered her wicker basket, and pulled out a dress. Ashley gasped at its beauty. It was long and flowing with materials the color of mauve. The dress had short sleeves, almost spaghetti straps, which could be adjusted. The dress sparkled like glitter. On the neckline was light pink fur with small, plush, black thorns. She continued admiring the dress as the elderly woman put it down on a small table close by. The woman pulled other items out of her wicker basket. Ashley noticed she was moving and paid attention to her. She had pulled out a pair of low-heeled dress shoes and a beautiful tiara. "Oh, your granddaughter would have been the belle of the ball," she whispered. "I made this dress especially for the ball." She eyed Ashley. "I think it would fit on you. You and my granddaughter should be about the same fit." Ashley widened her eyes at her. "Could I try it on? May I?" she asked excitedly. The woman nodded. Within 15 minutes, and with the woman's help, she had the dress on. "I was wrong. You and my granddaughter are the same fit." Ashley turned about for her. "The dress looks beautiful on you." She gasped. "You should go to the ball." Ashley's face suddenly grew sullen. "I cannot," she muttered, shaking her head. "I have chores to do. Stepmother would yell at me if I do not get them done. She does that a lot. Sometimes she beats me. I will not allow you to miss out on such fun of a night like this. You should go. I shall do the chores for you." Ashley was about to protest, but she stopped her. "At least let me repay you for the kindness you have given me." She picked up the tiara and placed it perfectly on the young lady's head. "Thank you. You don't know how much this means to me." The elderly woman took the dress shoes and then walked up to her. She gasped. "The slippers are clear, but it's not glass. What is it?" "I do not know. I bought the pair at the flea market. The man told me they are a rare pair." Ashley took the shoes from her and put them on. "They fit perfectly." And that is where I'm going to stop. Oh my gosh, everyone. Oh, I'm getting chills. She's going to the ball. Ah! Oh man, I am so excited. Ooh, do not stretch, do not stretch. That means you are tired. Oh man, I so look forward to doing more of these videos. I really do hope you guys are enjoying this book as much as I am. Again, I had a lot of fun writing it, and I really do thank my middle sister and my dad for helping me out with it. Let's see, there were a few things that I wanted to mention. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be uploading this on Friday or not, and if I do, I am going to go ahead and tell you guys this. There is something going on Saturday at Cooper's Landing. Cooper's Landing is like on the edge of the Missouri River, south of Columbia, Missouri. So check that out. It's a thing called the Eco Art Fest. It's basically people have like different booths, and it's kind of like Earth Day. But it's a little smaller. It's to keep Cooper's Landing green friendly, basically, because it's right on the edge of Missouri River. We want to make sure, the river is clean. We want to make sure that the whole country, the whole world gets better with green friendly stuff. And what's really cool is that at the Eco Art Fest, there are going to be musicians, especially the band that I'm in. Yes! So we finally have a name. We're called the Pop Fiction. It's the same name that we had years ago, except we didn't have a bass guitarist, we didn't have a dobro guitarist, and they didn't have me. So this is really cool. I'm excited that I'm going to be in a family band, except for the two guitarists are not family though. So I really look forward to it. I don't remember what time we play. Let me actually check because I have it in my iPod. I made sure to have it on my schedule for my iPod because I didn't want to forget. Yeah, we're singing at 3 o'clock at Cooper's Landing. And I know for a fact that the past Saturday, which is the day that I'm recording this, we already sang at Cooper's Landing. We had another performance. I don't know if we got paid or not, just because We don't normally get paid to sing, but one time we did play at Cooper's Landing, and we brought in such a huge crowd that Cooper's Landing ended up paying for our gig, which is super cool. So hopefully that happened again. If not, that's fine. I mean, we had a blast, you know. Another thing is that I don't remember if I ever told you guys, but I wrote like a little speech kind. I wrote something kind of like a speech, and I submitted it as a story to a local newspaper. And I'm going to put the link in the description because I want you guys to check it out. Because it's basically me telling what's been happening to me these past few years inside Special Olympics Missouri, how much they've changed me, and how much it is important to me. Especially doing these YouTube channels for you guys, because it's my life. Like, I don't know what I'd be doing without Special Olympics. I would not be doing this reading. I would not be on YouTube. I would not be on Vine. I would not be on Twitter or anything like that. Actually, wait, no. I probably would have, but for different reasons. Anyways, I think I've got the minutes for balanced, because again, I'm trying to make sure that the minutes before and after the reading are somewhat balanced. Should be good now. So, I hope you all enjoyed the reading. I know I did. Next week will be the rap prophecy, and I am so excited about that. So, I hope you all have a great morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world. I am the Esperanza 243, signing out.